Alright guys, I've made it to Oolambeyan. This place is fucking brilliant, man. As I came in, it's like a little town of its own. It's a bit like, fuck, must have been a massive homestead back in the day. Here's my bike. We're at the little barbecue area. Fuck, it's nice and clean, isn't it? All kept. I should have brought a, what do you call it? Charger to charge my phone up. I didn't know they would have, you know, electricity connected here. That's brilliant. I'll cook something up soon. Let's go for a walk around. That must be the homestead. We don't want to talk too much about the murder because the office is up behind there. And you know, we don't want them being suspicious about what we're doing here. Fuck man, I wish I could live at I wish I could own a house like this, you know what I mean? Like before it got converted to a national park, obviously. This would be my dream. Middle of fucking nowhere. You know what I mean? Don't tell me we're locked out. Shouldn't be, should we? Let's go for a cruise up in here, even if we're not supposed to be. What's the most that can happen? Tell us to get out. Oh yeah, like look at that little old shed. The gardens are very nicely maintained. Fuck, I wish I could live in a place like this, man. This must be the homestead where the murder took place. It says Southern Cross up on that windmill. Oh, this is the toilets now. It's been converted to the toilets. You know what I mean? If someone comes out, might ask him. Oh, you can go in. How cool is that? I'm in the homestead. Ooh, let's do a tour. High ceilings. Man, this is neat. I like this place. What's this? Looks like some sort of log of what's going on. Oolambeyan. Sold for $7.5. Oh, these must be like premium sheep. That's the homestead up there on a picture. These are like prize sheep, you know what I mean? Merinos or whatever they're called. I don't know. I don't know anything about sheep. I'm not going to pretend I do. Oh man, I want to move into this. Like fucking wasps are everywhere out these places. Fuck, this is brilliant. I don't know if we're really meant to be looking through here, right? But we're going to anyway, because this is our one and only chance to do it. I wonder when these bunk beds were last used. Surely it couldn't be when the thing happened. Nah, that was too long ago. People obviously be sleeping here at certain points. Man, let's see, are we connected for water? Yeah, it's all connected up. No foreign material. Man, this is brilliant. You can even have a shower here. What the fuck? I should have fucking came prepared, but you can't camp out here. That's the only thing. So, yeah, these are obviously probably the rooms where it happened, you know? One of these rooms where the people got shot. Dead. Let's just keep cruising. There's more to see than just this. What's this room? Just another bedroom. Fuck, this house is brilliant. This is my dream house, man. Something like this, eh? A lot of rooms, very high ceilings. Unusually high ceilings. If we could, if we were allowed, I would take you through here at night. But it's not allowed. You're just not allowed. Man, look, I could have got real cozy in here. Could have, like, you know, had a shower and everything. Wow. I'm going to come back here at a certain point. I might bring some people out here. People want to come out for a tour. You know what I mean? That's the office up there. So we won't go harassing them yet. We'll just look around. It says quarters up there. Maybe that was more the accommodation back in the day. Oh, it's been updated. It's got like aircon, rat sack. I use a lot of that at my house too. Oh, this place is fucking huge. It's like its own little town. Oh, that one says staff only. Wasn't I just in that? I have no idea. I have no idea. Probably. Possibly. Oh well, what's done's done now. Big ass windmill. Man, this is an awesome station, eh? Who wouldn't want to live out here? We'll go in there in a minute. Fuck, this place is awesome. Big ass water tank. Can I climb it? Nah, because there's no ladder at the bottom. Make it nice and safe because, you know, if anyone broke their legs out here, you know how it is these days, you'd sue. All the firewood. Look at these guys, the staff and that, they obviously have fucking, you know, meetings and mad recreation out here, obviously. It's set up like that, isn't it? I did not think we were going to be able to cruise through like this, eh? I wonder if anyone's going to come and stop me. I just claim ignorance. Well, it really would be ignorance, wouldn't it? Let's go up. Let's make our way in before they have a chance to stop us. Ooh, this one's a bit more, bit rougher, a bit more rough and ready. I wonder if this was more the original homestead. I'm sure we'll work it out. Yeah, this is a bit rough. It's a bit, how's it going? This looks a bit more 1989-ish, doesn't it? Imagine if these were the original beds where the girls were laying. Now these were genuine victims, so there's no fun to be made of this, no light to be made of it. Yeah, this looks like the living quarters. I reckon it was back here. I reckon. Look, this is unmaintained, this part. They're not taking care of business out here. Because look at that, they've had wasps in here. You know, this doesn't look like the plumbing's connected out in this bit. Yeah, this, I would say this is where disaster happened. If I were to guess, if I were a betting man. Yeah, I would say so. Town Hall Hotel. Ah, look at that. So that's from 88. Yes, this is it. This is something that confirms a date because remember, it happened in 89. I rolled her over and singed my hose at the Backburners Ball. That was 93. You got to remember because it was lived in after. Even after this event, it got lived in for a little bit and it got sold to the government in the early 2000s. There's not much to see really. It's a right mess. Wow, it's amazing that they've kept it. These must be the beds. These must be, because you think, what? Look how old these things are, right? No one's buying these in 2020 for the staff to stay here. Look at them. This must be the beds. I'm telling you. Because look how old they are. And it looks like backpackers types accommodation. old ass air conditioner, because these were, you know, like they were working at a sheep station when this happened. So this would have been their dingy little bathroom that they all shared. Probably the killer included. Look at it. It's like a half bath. You can tell pink. A lot of things that are, you know, a lot of pink bathrooms from back in the days. Yeah, look at this. Look at the age of these beds. You know, no one's, but you can't even buy these anymore. You try and buy something like that on Gumtree, you wouldn't be able to find something so old. And even those things, look at them. You wouldn't be able to find them. I'm fighting for the farmers. I support Australian Farmers Fighting Fund. Old fireplace. One of the rules of a place like this, leave everything as you found it. Look at that. So those old bits. Let's see if the fan works. Oh, it does. Let's not fuck with it. Just leave it alone. Oh, look what we just stepped up under. A mad wasp nest. Another one. Just leave it alone. Just move along. It's not in my yard, so I'm not gonna go out of my way to get stung today. Saw a guy not so long ago get stung by 6 wasps in town. Fuck, he was screaming, man. He was fucking squealing. The office, I think it's staffed. I think it is staffed. That's staff only. They really limit your access a little bit, don't they? But it's more than I thought. How does this gate work? How does it work? Maybe it's not meant to work for me. No. There we go. That's old school. So that's the office. I wonder if there doesn't seem to be any staff because there's no cars around. Still, seeing as this is going on YouTube, we don't want to upset anyone. Might not be welcome back. We'll just have a look at what we can. Oh, look at that old school bench. It looks like it's almost carved out of, you know, old school little wheel and stuff here. It says keep out. It's probably like, you know, stuff for the park and stuff. That's the office. Out of one of the old farm buildings. Look, you got that little tank there. Yeah, wow. What does it say? Furpy's Farm Water Cut. Born about 1800, still going strong 1942. Victoria Shepperton. Like there's still, even though we've seen those two, there is still, look, there's that. I mean, this looks built more recently. This looks like an addition to the farm. They've got old, you know, those old wheels. Let's go look around. No cars up there. We'll leave all the things you're not supposed to do to the very end, alright? Because if we get kicked out, at least we got some footage. Now it gets all the more confusing because we've seen a few places and we've sort of guessed that where they might have slept. I mean, the first one's presumably the homestead. That might have been for the owner and, you know, all that. Then the quarters might have been for like the backpack. Well, they weren't backpackers back then. They were Aussies, but the equivalent of today's backpackers, farmhands. You know what I mean? Doesn't want me to go in here. Look, that's screwed on. Doesn't want me in there. Just having a look in where we can, eh? Having a little gaze. If we can get in, we will. This looks pretty beat up. It just looks like the other one's just a dingy little place. I could kick this in if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Yeah, these are being left to nature, you know. Yeah, look, they've sealed all these up. I wonder if this was the murder hut. I wouldn't be surprised if this is it. Because look, they've sealed it up. Why have they sealed this one up? Unless it's just so inhabitable that you wouldn't want humans in there. Condemned is the word I'm looking for. Now, in a place like this, we be careful of snakes. Step back a little bit. Hot water. Funny smell in here. Smells like coal. You know coal? C-O-A-L. Oh, this is an old shower cubicle. Yep, nothing to see here. Just dingy as fuck. Because we couldn't actually go inside that one, I'm going to lift the windows up and we're going to have a good look in there. This one don't want to lift. This one, ooh, that was a bit nasty. Yeah. You guys better know I'm sacrificing for you on this. Set the phone there. Just like the other places, but without the beds. Dingy as, look, it's not maintained at all. Not much to see really, is there? Have we seen up here? Mate, this is fucking good content for YouTube. Full walk through the whole Oolambeyan station. I didn't think it would be this good. I didn't think it would be this easy to just fucking cruise either. I'm probably going to get lost if I keep walking too far. It's like its own little town, isn't it? I wish you could camp out here. I'd come out here all the time. This is fucking awesome. That's fallen down. Look, obviously not much maintenance goes on here. These are probably all original. Area closed, obviously. Don't want anyone getting fucked up, do they? Fuck, this place is cool. But probably because I'm like, you know, kind of like a country boy at heart. I love this shit. I wonder if this is all the original stuff that was left behind, you know? It was a sheep station. Because why else would it be here unless they use it to sort of maintain what's already sort of here. Yeah, these all look like a pretty much original, don't they? This was a fucking massive property. But then again, look at the size of the stations on the way out here. You know, they need to be fully self-serving, self-equipped. Guys, we will come back up here, but I just realised... Oh, rabbit escaping all the way over there. I just realised I left my keys to my bike right near my actual bike, so probably no one would ever come out here, but I'm just going to go back and check, just get the keys so I've got them. Otherwise anyone could just take it. That was a bit silly. We will walk around more, but then we'll get the bike out and we'll fucking ride around later. And use a full-on fucking tour, aren't I? Down there looks like, you know, those things they have for like cows and horses. I don't know what they're called, I don't pretend to know. 44-gallon drum, I need another one. My ones are all falling apart. combustible liquid. I'm going to get confused because there's so many buildings, I'm not even going to remember what ones we've seen. Well, there's the office. But even over the other side, there's more buildings like fucking like out over there too. Rainwater, bore water. I'd love to stay out here, man. Surely there's got to be a way. There has to be, eh? Workshop, no access. This place is fucking cool. Cool with a capital K. Side office. Doesn't look like anyone's here, but let's see. Oh, let's see if it's got anything to say. Anything I should read. I don't think anyone's here hanging out, especially not on a Sunday. No camping, no fires. Here we go. This is more of a map. Shearer's quarters. Shearing shed. So where are we? What are we looking at? Cook's quarters. So far we've looked at the homestead. It looks like Cook's quarters and meat house sort of area. Right? Station hands cottage is back there. And then Shearer's quarters is all the way up there. Alright, we'll go get my keys. So please talk to her as you want to avoid looking in the wrong vegetation type. Plains wanderers are cryptic birds that prefer to live in a low open native grassland. They are often mistaken for stubble quail. Plains wanderers are an endangered species, so let us know if you see one. Welcome to Oolambeyan. It's got the history and that. Okay, so I don't suppose it has the history of what we are really looking at here. I don't suppose it does. Very dry out here without any water to sort of help it facilitate growth, isn't it? But look, they managed to keep it pretty clean, so obviously they got enough. There's no canals or anything out here. So this is all just from rainwater tanks, but they've got, look how much roof space, you know. You could collect a lot off all that. No, this is brilliant. So the shearer's quarters might actually be up there to the left. We'll have to look into that. Just go up here. I will sit down for a little bit and then we'll continue. You know, just have another drink of Coke Zero. I'm not drinking out here. And then might cruise up on up there. There's no one here, so we'll get the bike out and we'll fucking go for a proper cruise. Park the bike up at different spots and then walk from there. We will observe, but because, you know, perhaps there is no one out here at night. I don't know. It's really hard to say, isn't it? They say no camping, but who's going to stop us if there's no one out here? That's my question. So what was that? That was the homestead, and then behind that was like Cook's quarters. Man, this must have had a lot of people on it back in the day. I will link the case to this in the description. I can't show my bike's number plate. Let's be a bit careful here. Yeah, I will link in the description. Man, I kind of need to go toilet. It's a good thing they've got toilets out here. I'll link it in the description, the case. You know what I mean? So let's pause, guys, and we'll come back to it. We'll do part 1 and part 2. This is part 1. I'm going to do part 2 in a minute. Cheers, guys.